Welcome to Lancaster Community Television Station. My name is Ethan. I am interviewing the wonderful Kaylie, and she's a Lancaster Catholic varsity cheerleader, student athlete, gives back to the community, and best of all, she is a person who is down to earth. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you today, Ethan?
I'm doing wonderful. Today's a good Monday. Today's a very windy Monday at that. But maybe tell me about your education at Lancaster Catholic. I understand you take honors and you take class for HAC.
So at Lancaster Catholic, I take honors Spanish 4. So I've taken a Spanish class there since freshman year. And then I'm also involved in the HAC program. So I take HAC English composition. And yeah, it's like a really good thing. I think all students should get involved because it'll give me a college credit once I'm a freshman next year. So yeah, I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, speaking of HAC, I'm an alumni from HAC. I graduated from there. And it gave me my start to further my education, networking, and of course, meeting a lot of people I would normally want to see on the regular. And through that opportunity at HAC, it allowed me to transfer to Millsville. Now I'm a senior going into my last semester. And you are a varsity cheerleader who does the cheers, the splits, and of course, that hand thing with when the players do their free throws. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been cheering at Catholic since I was a sophomore. So I first started off doing basketball cheer, and then I moved on doing football cheer. And so last year during the basketball season, I was one of the captains, and now for the football season, I'm also a captain. And I'm potentially going to cheer for the basketball season this year, seeing if, COVID allows it and everything. Hopefully we will get to have a season, and the cheerleaders will get to be there. And yeah, I've loved cheering. It's my favorite thing about going to school. I'm friends with all the girls, and they're literally like my family, so it's just amazing.
Yeah, the cheerleaders are a very key motivator for the student athletes to give their best efforts when they're feeling down, keep the coaches' hot spirits high, and of course, cheerleaders are very active in making sure the game flow is genuine because a team could be down by points, but with the cheerleaders, with the words of encouragement and the words of affirmation, all of a sudden there becomes a comeback in winning a game or track meet, and you name it. And one of your proud achievements was giving back to the community through kids who got cancer diagnoses, and you helped give back through the fundraiser called the Mini-Thon.
So I've been involved in the Mini-Thon at Lancaster Catholic since my freshman year. So I'm actually on a committee. I'm in the hospitality committee, and that means that we prepare all of the food that is given out at Mini-Thon throughout the night. So from, I think, like 10 o'clock p.m. till 7 o'clock the next morning, we're there making sure that the food is being brought out and everybody's getting fed. And it's just a great organization. I raise money up until the night of Mini-Thon. I think the most I've raised is, I think, $400. And I think everybody who has the opportunity to have a Mini-Thon and go to a Mini-Thon and raise money for one should take it because it's just a great organization and the cause is amazing. So
yeah, joining a Mini-Thon is a very selfless act, giving back to those in need and those who are down in their luck with those diagnoses, because the funds go to a greater cause that's greater than what we are doing in today's world. Some of the things we do in our lives, we take advantage of naturally. And for kids to be diagnosed with something such as cancer, it's an uphill battle every day with the chemo, the radiation, and sometimes the surgeries. But as we transition into life experiences, you were able to visit the Baltimore Aquarium, crossing the Mason-Dixon line and seeing all these wonderful creatures that you normally live in the sea or the ocean, but you get to see them in a building with all that water.
So it actually started off as a trip for Daica and I. We decided that one day in the summer we wanted to go, and it originally started off we were going to have a bunch of friends come, but it kind of dwindled down to the two of us and then a couple of Daica's family members. And so we left early that morning, and then we went to the aquarium, we went out for dinner, and it was really fun. We had a good time just seeing all the animals, the sea animals. We really wanted to see the dolphins, and we got to see a dolphin that day, so that was fun. Yeah, it was just a really cool experience. I haven't gone there since I was little, so being there was just a really cool day, and we enjoyed it.
I remember when I went to the Baltimore Clamor as a kid, and it was one of the most memorable field trips I ever taken. I remember when my teachers got real wet because she forgot to bring her glasses, and she actually sat in the splash zone. And boy, was she excited, but she was really not dry that day. But you also had senior night recently where you as a senior at Lancaster Catholic High School, you enjoy your moment of being recognized as a person of leadership, a person of dedication, and your commitment towards setting an example for the upper and lower classmen.
Yeah, so senior night was a little different this year. Obviously, normally for the cheerleaders and football players, we have it at the homecoming game, and all of the senior players and cheerleaders are recognized. But it was different this year, and every single senior athlete that plays a fall sport was recognized all together one night, and it wasn't as, fulfilling as what we thought it was going to be. We didn't get to have all of our family there, but just being there together, all of the athletes and, the rest of my teammates, and having my mom walk me down the field was amazing. And I think we made the best out of it, and I'm glad that our school gave us the opportunity to be recognized for everything that we do. And I'm just super thankful that we got that opportunity to be able to celebrate it all.
By having senior night, that shows that you are not going to allow COVID to take it away. You get the best of COVID by having it happen and following safety protocols. And there was also homecoming night, and your best friend won. Yes, but you were there cheering, and you were there as a participant, as a cheerleader, and keeping people motivated. And this past year, you got to witness something in history that hasn't been done at Lancaster Catholic in a long time, which is both the girls and the boys win the District 3 basketball championships on the same night.
So obviously we were not expecting both the girls and the boys to, have that great achievement in the same night. I don't even think we realized that was even in the realm of possibilities. So we went there, and I think all of us, the bus ride up, we were just so excited to even be able to be there. And so first the girls played, and they won, and we were just so excited. We could not believe it. And then the boys played, and they got, I think it was David. He scored in the very last few seconds, and when we saw that, I just remember Daica and I hugged each other so tight, and we were so excited. And just seeing our team, both of our teams, the girls and the boys, have such a great achievement was amazing, and being there right along the sidelines was even better. So
yeah, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember I was in my college class. As soon as the professor dismissed, I went straight to my car and drove straight to the Giants Center. And I got there maybe 10, 15 minutes before the game started. And to witness that type of history be made is remarkable. And it was done before COVID, which was the best thing. And to see the commitment of the coaches and the parents to still drive into a different county to the Giants Center for a potential loss or victory, but the parents and family members and everyone involved got the sweeter end of the deal for the gold medal ceremonies, the picture taking, and a combination of both teams taking a big team photo together in the middle of the court. And you also had the support of your friends, your family, and your coaches.
I do. So my family is super supportive. My mom is my biggest fan. She supports me through everything. My grandparents are even better. They're amazing. My friends are always there whenever I need, just a stress relief. If I'm feeling stressed about work, cheer, school, they're there to just have a shoulder to cry on. And people in the community my boss, my manager, they're really great. They, whenever I have to cancel not cancel, but call off of work or something for school or anything, they're really supportive of that, and they always understand. And just the school community is even better. They're always there when spirits are low at the games, and they cheer us on, and they make sure that our spirits are high so that the boys' spirits are high, that they can play the best of their ability. And yeah, I'm really thankful for everybody. So.
And as a student athlete, you balance out work, education, and of course, sports. But what is your advice to the student athletes?
I think my biggest piece of advice would probably be to not wear yourself too thin. Obviously, you want to be able to go out and, balance school, work, sports, everything. But it's important to make sure you're not stressing yourself out to the point where you physically can't do it anymore. So, I'm always, staying on top of school, scheduling myself for hours at work that I know aren't going to stress me out, and always just trying to stay positive at cheer. That way I can go home, get everything done, but also at the end of the week, cheer at the game and make sure the boys' spirits are high, the girls' spirits are high, everyone's spirits are high, and just make sure that the school is feeling good. So yeah.
I believe the key part is time management and making priorities and being intentional about it. And what I can see from you is that you're intentional about getting your work done, since that starts first, and you're always reporting to your teachers and make sure everything's done on time. That way, when the progress reports come, everything's in the clear. Yeah. This is my interview with Kaylie, a Lancaster Catholic senior varsity cheerleader, a person who gives back to the mini-thon, who enjoys senior night, and of course, she witnessed Lancaster Catholic boys and girls basketball team win District 3 championship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ethan. I really had a good day spending the day with you. Thank you.
Here I am with Daica, a Lancaster Catholic student athlete, varsity cheerleader, a person who won the homecoming court as a queen. She had a Sweet 16, and of course, she sings in her free time. How are you doing?
I'm good, Ethan. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, and it's an honor to interview you, the Queen of Lancaster Catholic, class of 2021. So for education at Catholic, I understand it's equality. The teachers are supportive, and they also give words of encouragement to people who are in the back and in the front, in the middle, and the class sizes are much smaller.
So I have a few teachers at Lancaster Catholic who are very supportive of me. They push me to keep thriving. They push me to work more into my organization that I created, and also push me more in school and for me to work harder for what I want to be in life.
That shows the teachers not only care, but they are a person who wants to invest positive seeds into the students, because in all the time they spend together, they want to make the most of that time of encouragement and being supportive, because sometimes a teacher is a reflection on a student's behavior when the day might not go as well, and that's when you can't be the teacher. You have to be more of a supporting person. And you do varsity cheerleading, you do the splits, the cheers, the shouts, and of course the spirit thing with the hands. Yeah, when the players for the basketball team do their free throw shooting.
Yes, so I am one of the most active cheerleaders there are. I try to put my everything into cheerleading and make sure that I get the best out of everything that comes. I enjoy every single minute that I get to cheer and be with my friends. This is my second year cheering at Lancaster Catholic. I used to cheer for mini leagues with my mom's basketball team, and ever since then I just loved it.
And then on top of cheerleading, in your free time you found time to visit the Baltimore Aquarium, where you got to meet the whales, a dolphin, and sometimes the snapping turtle.
Yes, so Kaylie and I decided that we were going on a trip this summer, which was very fun. We enjoyed it very much. We also went out to dinner. We got to see our favorite, the dolphins. And also, we weren't allowed to really interact with all of the fish and stuff. We weren't able to touch them because of COVID regulations, but we were just excited to be there and get up close and personal with the dolphins.
Yeah, visiting an aquarium is a very humbling experience. You get to see life outside of in the ocean coming to the United States of America in Baltimore, Maryland. And those sea creatures show a different way of living and how their food chain is also active. But more importantly, they also show a humbling experience that you can do anything underwater possible. And as for you, you enjoyed senior night, a day of recognition, a day of being honored for all the work you've done, and you get to set the example for the sophomores, juniors, and freshmen.
Yeah, so during senior night, I had my grandfather and my mother walk me down, which was a very amazing moment. I was very proud of myself because I didn't think that I could accomplish everything that I have accomplished. But having senior night made me realize that I'm actually where I want to be in life, and I actually did it.
And then, of course, you won the homecoming queen, where you was crowned. You took time and effort campaigning why you should win, your speech, your delivery, and of course your execution. How did it feel to be a homecoming queen for Lancaster Catholic High School?
It was a very proud moment, especially because we had to be chosen by our senior class. It was very exciting to know that everybody had voted for me, and just I got to experience something that majority of people never get to experience. When I was crowned, I didn't realize that they said my name until I looked over at Kaylie and I seen her say, "Oh, cousin, you won." And that's when it really hit me, like I actually did this, even though like I doubted myself half of the time, but it was the most amazing experience I get to feel ever, and I had my family and friends support throughout.
You also had a Sweet 16, which is part of our Puerto Rican heritage and culture that shows a girl turning into a woman. And I saw the white dress, and you looked really happy. You were supported by as many people as possible. And that's a day of signature for your life moving forward as you enter a new chapter.
Yes, it was very important for me to experience that type of culture, especially from my family. A lot of us didn't really have parties like that, but I was able to experience it. I had a lot of my family and friends there that were supportive. My grandma put everything together, which I'm very appreciative for, and it just came out wonderful, and I had the best night of my life. I also had a dance dedicated to my dad who passed away, but it was a very, very eventful night.
That's very great that we call that woman who's our grandmom, Wella. She got the experience stepping up and also creating those memories with you, but also passing down that history that came from the island of Puerto Rico to your Sweet 16. And that is very honorable that she actually stepped up to the plate and do that. And then you got to witness history in the making at the John Center. The boys and the girls won the District 3 championship on the same night, and they took that big team photo in the middle of the court. And they also got their medal ceremonies of gold.
Yes, so on the way there, we were very excited. All we could think about is, what if we win? What if we win? And when we found out that the girls won, I think we were very proud because we contributed to that. Even though they were the ones actually on the court, we were the ones who were cheering for them, screaming their names very loud, and having a good time. Also, when David won the winning basket was the best feeling in the world, because we both of our teams did that, and it was just amazing to be there and see it and be a part of everything and know that that's our family and we're out there, and we just did amazing.
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. David hit that game-winning shot. Everyone cheered. Everyone kind of did like a group hug on him. And then after the game was over, the ceremony was over, I ended up taking a picture of David and you and your cousin with both your cell phones. And that was just a memorable moment that I always treasure, because to see those two men, David and his cousin, they come from Africa, and from the sacrifice everything there, come to America for a new opportunity, has really been quite the journey. Now they're both in college, further education even more. And your hobby is singing, so I'm pretty sure you might do karaoke night, or you just sing for fun.
Normally, I'm very shy about singing. I'm the most outgoing person you would ever meet, but when it comes to singing in front of people, I tend to get shy and close up. So I sing in front of my family and sometimes in front of my friends, but mainly in the shower or in my room.
That is quite the hobby to do, because singing is an exercise for our body, but also brightens up the day. Have an angelic voice, and it depends on someone's an alto, soprano, and any of those other type of voices. And you also have this very great support of your family, your friends, and your coaches throughout your high school and student athlete journey.
Yes, I'm very thankful to have a family that's very supportive. I get most of my support from my grandfather. He does everything for me and he pushes me to work harder. Especially from my coaches, they continue to make sure that I progress in everything that I do, and mainly from my friends that are always there whenever I need them. And I know I can always count on them.
That's the great thing about people that are supportive. They're not looking to take from you. They're looking to invest into you to keep you going and motivated and continue to enjoy the journey, because there's going to come a day where you start a new chapter in your life to go to college, and everything in high school become memories of looking back on the pictures and then meeting up with everyone for just talking about the good old days. And what is your advice to the student athletes that look up to you and the ones that are coming up?
My advice would be to take every time and live in the moment. There's a lot of times where we take advantage of everything that we have. And now that I look into my senior year, it's our last football game. It's going to be our last basketball game if we get the chance. And I realized that I never really noticed how much these games mean to me and how much all of my teammates mean to me as well. So my advice would be to live in the moment and take life and run with it.
I totally agree with you, because when you have that last game, it feels different and it feels special. Whether it's going out on top with a championship or going out on a loss, it's the last game. And everyone hopes for the storybook ending, and everyone hopes to end on good terms. My name is Ethan, and this is my interview with Daica. She's a Lancaster Catholic student athlete for Varsity Cheerleader. She enjoyed her Sweet 16. She enjoyed senior night, and of course, she enjoyed winning the homecoming queen at Lancaster Catholic High School. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.